Good day. It's another glorious day to share the thoughts. And I want to believe what we need to share today is going to make our life really better and wonderful. There is a thought that has been consistent over the period of 20 to 25 years of my life. That thought just came to me and I asked that question. And this evening when I was thinking about what should I put across for people this week, and that thought repeats itself. And the thought is, the way it came to me around the age 12 to 15 thereabout, that the way I've been doing, the way I've been reasoning, the way I've been envisaging things, and what I have been dreaming of becoming. That thought just came to me that if 51% of the world is like you, do you know that this world is going to be a better place to live? That question or that thought wasn't make meaning to me until now that I came to consciousness and I can understand what the thought is all about. And there is a school of thoughts that when you want to know whether the thought that you are thinking is of yourself or the one that you get or you got as a result of growing in society, which we call nurture, then we should look at consistency and persistency reoccurring of that thought. Just like if a single thought has been keep on occurring in your mind over the period of, say, 6 months, 1 year, or 10 years, and when trouble comes and trouble goes, and the thought still remain, then you should go and look into that particular thought. That is aspect of who you really are. And I want to ask the same question today. If 60% of the world are like you, in as much you know yourself, you know what you have been dreaming, what you have been thinking, what you have become, what you have achieved, how you have achieved that, and how far you have gone as far as this planet Earth is concerned. Just ask that simple question, that now God just give you a magic word, and God just give you the opportunity to turn 60% of entire population to be like you, the way you are today as you are watching me. How will this world be? Will this world be better or will this world be worse? Then there in, there out, you can know whether you are aligned with creator or the creator of the universe, or you are in the path of the God of this world that we call fallen angels, Satan, and the humanity. Ask that question. If 60%, let's experiment it, that fortunately God just make you that by virtue of miracle or magic, 60% of total population turn to be like you. How will this world be? You know yourself, you know what you have achieved, you know what you have done so far, you know what you intend to do. How will this world be? Will this world be better or will this world be worse? If a reality, without deceiving yourself, that this world is going to be worse than the way it is today, by virtue of what you know that you have done, the thought that's going on in you, and what has been reoccurring in you that is not yet manifesting, then you should know that you have a lot of work to do. You should know that you have not already in align with the path of your maker. You should know that the God of this world have taken over your life. Why am I saying this? You came to this planet Earth, you find your hand, and you have not been able to have better way your hand should be made than the way it is made, and you have every part of your organ, you saw it, it was very good. And we even read it in the scripture that everything that God created is good and perfect. Then you that he created, if you are from him that created the universe that everybody is admire, there is nothing that is as beautiful as nature. When you look at the early rising sun, you are just getting inspiration. That is what your Father is all about. When you look at ocean, the way it's waving, the way it's calm, that is what your maker is all about. But if you that your maker has made in this way turn to be like, if 60% of the population is like you, then this world will even be worse than the way it is. Then you should know that you should direct your step and you should reorder your plan, so that in order to come to the right path of life, that is mean that you have not really been born again, as Christian will say. Being born again is not really a religious word. It's a spiritual reality that every woman being must come to. Just for my own other charges and the word of encouragement, we are being given birth to as a result of our father and mother come together and flesh and blood exchange water along, and we produced. After 9 months, we are being given birth to. We take milk and we drink water, graduate to the solid food, and we become who we are physically speaking. The same thing that you need to be born by the spirit of your maker, that we call God, Allah in some other, Jehovah, Eledumare, as Yoruba case may be, whatever name you give to it, in as much you are referring to the maker of heaven and earth and the controller of the universe. You are still speaking the same language in different understanding of interpretation of word. If that, after asking that question, that 60% by magic turn to be like you and this world will be a worse place to be, then you need to reborn. You need to pray earnestly. I think that is the reason why Jesus Christ came to this world. He didn't come for, Christian came to be about, is it 3rd or 4th century, 200 years after he left in Antioch, that they call this are Christ-like. That is how Christian originated. And 600 years after that or so, before Islamic was established, Jewish religion has been. Before that time, he fought those religions to establish the truth. He said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody come to the Father except through me. Because he paid the price, ultimate price, and today we are more than 2.8 billion people that are his followers. But in reality of being born again is to pray earnestly to your maker, that you need to be born by the spirit of your maker. And after being born, you have something that prick your heart and you rethink. The process of rethinking and your spirit realigning with maker is what we call born again. You feed it through the word, through the message, through the fasting, through the prayer. You grow to the consciousness, your thoughts, your perspective, your understanding change, wisdom grow, and you can come to consciousness of who you are. That is what we call the birth. That is, your soul begin to be, because you are being given back to physically, you are being given back to spiritually. Out of these two intercourse, you give back to your soul, to yourself, that we call soul. That is who you are, your assignment or your purpose and your reality of existence here on earth. Then that you can keep on living eternally. What am I saying today? For you to come to this level, that asking of that question is a test. I think it's a simple test. You know yourself, you know who you are, you know what you have achieved, you know how you have achieved those things, you know the thought that is going on in your heart, you know what you intend to achieve based on your understanding of self. Now ask a question. If by fortunate or by magic or miracle that the 60% of total population become like you, how will this born of your maker? So by this so doing, you can begin to rethink, to readdress, to readjust, and to come back to the reality of who you are. And all of us can grow in this understanding of who we are, and we can give back to a better society where we look back and say, we thank God that this world are now better than the way we met it. That is simple logic that I want to share with us today. Ask yourself a simple question. If 60% of this world are like me, how would this world be? Will it be better or will it be worse? Peace, I give you the grace of God that implanted that thought in me to work with you so that you can see the better version of yourself, and together we can build a peaceful society. Love, peace, and joy. Thank you.